everybody, welcome back to the Boyd's Nest. We've had another request, and today we're going to be showing an incoming 9th grader how to make beef pot pie. You can find so many beef pot pie recipes or chicken pot pie recipes, whatever, online, and they're kind of complicated. So what we've done is we've just done this shortcut. Like seriously, this is easy peasy. You can totally do this at home by yourself. You can make a meal on your own. So this is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna get a pie plate or a pie pan out of your parents' baking cabinet. And instead of making our own pie crust, we're actually going to be using store-bought. And they come in these little tubes. Make sure it's not super duper cold when you take it out because you want to be able to unroll it. Otherwise, it'll crack. So just kind of set it on the counter and let it just kind of, hang out for a little bit so it doesn't crack. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our filling. What did we have, Molly? This is Molly. She is my 9-year-old assistant today. We made, what was it? Roast beef. It was a rump roast. I had a rump roast in the freezer. We cooked it. Rump roasts are pretty darn big. So I probably got about, I don't know, dump that in there. How many cups would you say that is, Molly? It's probably like 2 to 3 cups of just some shredded roast beef that we had left over. This is where you could use chicken. If you had chicken, we happen to be a beef family, so go beef. To this, we're going to incorporate a little bit of nutritional fiber. So I just bought a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. Go ahead and dump those in, Molly. You'll have to open the bag. I leave them frozen. You can alternate your vegetables if you want. If your family just likes green beans, throw in the frozen green beans. If you just like corn, put in corn. If you like, I don't know, stir-fry vegetables, throw in stir-fry. It doesn't matter. Do what your family will eat and what they like. You can just do carrots or whatever, okay? So we got our frozen vegetables in. Good job. Next thing we're gonna do is a can of cream of mushroom soup. I already had a can open, so I'm just showing you this for size. But Molly, would you go ahead and dump this into our mixture? Isn't that satisfying? Okay, yeah. We're just gonna use a wooden spoon and Molly's gonna stir that up. Molly's gonna pour in a half of a cup of milk. And now as this is getting combined, you're going to get that pie crust ready that we've set out so it can be about room temperature. You can go ahead and put one crust on the bottom and then do your filling and another crust on the top. We just don't need the extra fat and carbs that we're gonna get out of double pie crust. Like this one is fine. So the flavor of this is gonna be so intense, we'll be able to just put that in our pie tin or pie plate, put one cover of pie crust over it, and we'll be fine. So this is looking great. Look at that. All right, Molly, do you think you can pour that into the pie plate? Oh, you can use it to scoop it in. Now, if you don't have a pie plate, you could do this like in a 9x13 inch pan or an 8x8. You can get creative. Whatever you have works. It's not like crazy hard to do this. Okay, so just push that in there the best you can. How is it, Malls? Good. Looking good, girl. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of get it in there. Now you're gonna take this rolled up pie crust that you got from the grocery store, or you can make homemade if you've got the time and the talent, awesome. Molly, we're gonna start here. Go ahead and unroll this over the surface. Perfect. Okay, now here's where you can get clever if you want to, you don't have to, but you can just kind of fold this up and pinch it, or you could use a fork. However you want to just kind of seal these edges up. It doesn't have to be pretty, honestly. Unless, of course, you're like taking it to the fair or giving it to somebody, then, you know, maybe try something fun or pretty. So while Molly's finishing that, I'm just gonna grab a fork or a knife. I'm gonna grab a knife. And I'm just gonna make a couple of slits. And I know you've probably seen these in pies before. And no, it's not just for looks, but what it actually does is it allows the steam to come out so that the food cooks more evenly and the crust can get golden brown delicious, right? I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassing. Okay,
You're
so
really
in a 400-degree oven. I'm gonna put this pot pie on top of a lined baking sheet, just in case any of the juice drips out. It shouldn't, but just in case, your parents will thank you, so you don't have a mess in the oven. So we're gonna put that on our cooking pan, and we're gonna put this in 400 degrees for 35 minutes, and then I'll meet you back here. All right, it's been about 35-ish minutes, and we just pulled this beef pot pie out of the oven.
Yum.
Yum. We are gonna let this heat kind of chill out right now. There's like a party going on under the crust with all this heat. So we need to let that settle down before we cut it into slices. But basically, this is what you're gonna end up with.
Let us know what you want to see next. Dinner is served.